Hey beauties, good evening to you. So beautiful people, I saw a video. I saw it before now, but I didn't get to watch it. Like I saw it and I said, let me come back to it. But it came back on my timeline on Facebook. It's this soldier, fairly young guy. Like I'd carry him, he could be in his 30s. I carry him to be in his 30s. Yeah, I carry him to be in his 30s. Although these days I can't even tell people's age. But I don't think I'm too off. He would be extremely late 20s, if he's in his 20s. I doubt it still. I carry him for in his 30s. But, not late 30s though. Maybe early to mid. And he said something profound. He said, listen, women, it's unattractive for you to be throwing yourselves at me. That's what he's saying. And it's very unattractive. It's not nice. Some of us men, we're used to things, we're not frightened. When a frightened Friday sort of a thing, and with that reality, he's saying that it's unfortunate that men, especially men, because it's, in the uniform, like women think, he said, I know that this uniform brings a bad reputation, meaning like men are known to be womanizers, Casanova sort of a situation. So because of that, they assume that as you see a man in a uniform, automatically he wants every fractale, every female that he sees. And that is not necessarily the case. You understand? So he's saying that, look here, it is really unattractive. And let me tell you something, people. I'm going to make 2 points. It's like 2 polarized points. When I looked at his feature, his disposition, I mean, you wouldn't call him the Denzel Washington of his heyday, ordinary looking. To some people he may not look, you wouldn't say he's ugly, but just ordinary looking and all of that. But every who have them tick a bush, as the mother say. And I am happy. I said 2 polarized points. So he's not good looking, but I'm happy it's not a Denzel Washington, especially Denzel in his heyday, that got up and said it. Because if it was somebody who was really, really handsome, he would have been sent to the gallows, because people would say, you think you're all that just because you're good looking. You want to make us feel bad. You want to hit our self-esteem. You want to make us feel as though, it has to be a beauty queen, a Lisa Hannah type of woman that can get you somebody who's beautiful. And, trust me, we would hear it, because human beings, boy, we are a funny set of people. Everything bothers us and nothing bothers us. I don't know. That sounds complicated, but that's where we fall on the spectrum. We're up 2 extremes. Maybe can pinpoint 1 or 2 who would fall in the middle. So I'm glad it's an ordinary looking man who said it, so that you really can't send him to the gallows. The most you will see in the comments is that, him not even all that. Him should have lucky say women throwing themselves at him, and you're hearing all of that. So they're going to play it down. They would play it up. If he were like a Denzel Washington, if he was drop dead gorgeous and handsome. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of happy that it's somebody ordinary looking. But he made a very, very good point, ladies. I don't think you understand. From the mere fact he has posited that, many other men think the very same way. Men are not wired to be chased. Yes, they want to be needed. There is a big difference. Obviously, if a man is in love with a woman, or he likes a woman, he would want to know that that woman likes him. Additionally, likes him as well. That's natural. You want it to be reciprocated. No one is going to say that you would want it to be reciprocated. You would want it to be reciprocated. But there's a difference when you're chasing somebody who is like, a lion would be uncomfortable to be chased, because he's not made that way. That's the best. An eagle would be uncomfortable. Let me tell you, one of the birds that it's like a nuisance to an eagle is a jonquil. That is why it's really not good for somebody to call you a jonquil. The only purpose that a jonquil to me really serves is cleaning up the earth with the dead carcasses, and they have to be rotting with the maggots for them to be stimulated, for it to catch their attention, their nostrils attention. You understand? So when somebody labels you a jonquil, say, you're worse than the dead carcass. So That's that's a nuisance bird. That's a bird that is like when Paul said a thorn is in his side, sort of a thing. So picture that. It becomes, so it keeps going up to high altitudes. The jonquil cannot go too high. The bird that flies the highest is the eagle. So similarly with a lion, the lion would feel very uncomfortable, very not good, intimidated probably if something is chasing that fierce animal. It's not the strongest, but it's one of the fiercest. It's one of the smartest and, very powerful animals. So can you imagine an animal like that being chased? It's not going to feel good to the lion. Similarly, men are like that. They don't like being chased, which is different from being needed and wanted. Women, we're not wired that way. Men are not wired that way. See, just as how you're made with a woman with two boobs and a vagina, and you're made that way, you're made not to chase the man. Don't do it. It's unbecoming. It's not even like a Proverbs 31. When you look at the characteristics of the Proverbs, if you hear a lot of noise in the back, there's a car parked beside mine. That's, the thing is on, so ignore any noise. So, when you look at the characteristics of the Proverbs 31 woman, it has nothing to do with you chasing the man. It has to do with you caring and helping the man, caring for and helping the man to maximize his manlyhood, his masculinity, his manhood, his manness, his maleness, all of these wonderful things, and make him into a better human being under the auspices of God himself. Women, don't chase the men. Don't do it. Please don't throw yourselves at men. I hate it. I remember I saw a woman doing it years ago towards some men. Nice looking men. Some were ordinary, but some were handsome. And they all ran from her. They were on the straight and narrow, but it was just unattractive. And two, they were just not attracted to her as well. But it was really unattractive, and they were pulling away, and I said, I couldn't take it. It broke my heart when I was much younger. When I was much, much younger. And I went to her, I said, oh my God, Lord, how can I go to her? I'm always the same person. I think God just matures me. I've always been the same person. And I went to her and I said, honey, come here. Do not chase any man. It breaks my heart to see them running from you. We were doing like a play thing, a play and all of that. And I said, no. They were so not interested in her. Other girls, yes, they were interested in, which we had seen. Not her. And she was not ugly. She was not ill-shaped. She didn't look like any monkey or baboon or orangutan or, like you're saying, she looked like Miss Piggy or whatnot, who is having a bad day. No. But it was really unattractive. So when you hear the men speak, women listen. I don't think we're listening. We're not listening. And sometimes when I see the kind of women, I'm shocked. Like people would think it's some sort of, no disrespect, somebody who's really ugly and heinous in the face. That would be, really hideous in looks. And you said, no, but this is a gorgeous woman, a stunning woman. Her self-esteem must have been singed. Somehow somebody put her down. Her self-esteem is low for her to be chasing after. Honestly, I'm being real with you. If you think I'm being biased, I don't think I'm the only one who would have that type of thinking. Because we equate low self-esteem on the basis of somebody's looks. And I've seen in life where there's not necessarily, let me use a correlation between ugly look and low self-esteem. There can be, because people may put down people who they consider ugly and their self-esteem gets hurt. But I've seen beautiful people with low self-esteem. You'd be surprised. If you doubt me, why are so many women doing BBLs? And when you look at the women, they're beautiful by your universal standard. Okay? But women, it's unattractive. You're above that. Be decorous. Be classy. Be ladylike. Don't chase men. You're not wired like that. You're made to receive. Let them come to you. What you can do if you're single and lonely and you need, put yourself in a position so you carry yourself well. You be classy, dress well, smell well, speak well. Educate yourself. Be humble, be kind, be ladylike. Engage in your femininity and be friendly but professional. You can do things like that, but don't throw yourself at the man and no. Stop it now. Stop it right now. All right? Follow me on TikTok, guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this message, please.